Hello everyone, Lydia Alverson here, back with another video, and this particular video I've been wanting to do for quite some time now. And it's basically a little bit on the Finder, which is basically the the Mac equivalent to Windows Explorer. So in this particular video, I'm going to talk about how I copy and move files with VoiceOver on the Mac. Now, some of the commands I will be mentioning are not VoiceOver specific. They are a system-wide command. Now, let me just...
Finder.
Just had to double-check something real quick. So, before I get into the demonstration, let me just tell you a little bit about Finder. Now, like I stated, Finder is basically the Mac equivalent to Windows Explorer. So this is where all your applications, all your files, your documents, and all that good stuff, basically all of your files are located here. And by the way, I did enable the Finder to show the hard drive, which is, of course, Macintosh HD. By default, it isn't like this. It's just going to show the desktop. But personally, I find this a little easier, so that way it's a pretty good landing point. If I end up in the Finder. And that's actually what they recommend in an article on AppleVis. But anyway, what I'm going to do today is demonstrate how I copy and move files with the VoiceOver screen reader. And I already have a file and folder already prepared for this demonstration. So, let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and open a new Finder window, and by default when you open a new Finder window, it shows you your recent files, but I set it to where it opens the desktop, or my home folder.
New Finder window, now in Lydia Alverson window, list view, table.
And that is my home folder. So, there's a few ways I can view the Finder. Actually, there are four different ways I can view the Finder. Either by icons, lists, columns, and then there's a new gallery view that was introduced with macOS Mojave. I believe formerly it was known as CoverFlow. So, of course, I can go ahead and let me demonstrate that real quick. So, to switch to icon view, it's Command 1. But I can, of course, go into the toolbar and do it that way, but I think this is a little bit quicker.
As icons checked, icon view collection.
And now, here, list view, which is Command 2, and I think this is probably the easiest, I think, for those who are VoiceOver users, but then again, it is personal preference.
As list checked, list view, table, no selection.
Then we have column view.
As columns checked, list 1 item selected. Lydia Alverson, folder.
And that was with Command 3. And then finally, Command 4 changes this to gallery view.
As gallery checked, gallery view, collection 1 item selected. Desktop folder.
I'm just going to go back to lists now.
As list checked.
So for this demonstration, I'm in list view for this one. So now onto the demo. So I'm going to go ahead and go to a document that I already prepared yesterday, as I stated. And it's just a test file. It's nothing fancy. Something I kind of put together in TextEdit.
Documents folder. Demonstration test file rich text document. Yesterday at 6:03 p.m. 420.
So, when it comes to opening files, there's a couple ways I can do this. Of course, I can use the system-wide Command O to open the file. Or, if I wanted to, I can interact with with the list view here, just so I can use VoiceOver commands to open the file. But I'm just gonna do it the universal way, which is Command O.
Open. TextEdit. Now in demonstration.
All right, and just in case you're wondering what it says on the just in case you're wondering what this file says, here it is.
This is a copy and paste demonstration on the Mac with VoiceOver.
And there you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and just quit.
Finder.
Now, say I wanted to go ahead and move this file to another folder. So all I have to do is simply copy this to the clipboard and paste it. How do I do that with VoiceOver? Don't worry. The same keyboard shortcuts that are used on the Mac will work with VoiceOver. But for those who are first-time Mac users, or for those who don't use a Mac and are watching this video, let me just explain a few things real quick. If you use Windows, you're used to hitting Control-C to copy, right? Well, on the Mac, to copy anything to the clipboard, whether it be a file or a selection of text, what have you, you use Command-C to copy. So yes, in some ways, the command key on a Mac and the Control key on a PC perform similar functions in terms of keyboard shortcuts.
Copy, demonstration test file.
And that copied it to the clipboard. Now, to paste an item, or in this case, to paste this file, how do I do that? Well, I'm going to go ahead and go to my destination folder, which is actually a test folder. Again, I created this yesterday.
Move ASF how I test fold.
Sorry that some of this is actually these are just uploads that I'm planning on. Actually, let me go ahead and
music folder. My YouTube videos.
Let me go ahead and close this real quick.
Row A collapsed. Test folder. Today at 2.
Alright, so now I'm on my test folder. So, in order for me to paste this in here, what I do is I will open this. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use VoiceOver commands. So let me enable a trackpad commander.
Trackpad commander on.
And interact with this, the list view here.
In the list view table.
And then now I can open this with VO space.
Test folder, column 1, row 11, cell 3 items.
Oops.
Public folder, test folder, expanded. Test folder, column 1, row 11, cell 3 items. In, test out of, out of a list view table.
Hold on a second, sorry.
Public folder, test folder. Today at 2, in the list view table. Test folder. Today at 2.
Oh, never mind. I guess, well, it's okay. Let me just open the... Never mind. I guess I'll just go ahead and use Command-O then.
Open, list view table.
So, now I'm in the folder and it is empty. Now there's a couple things I can do. I can just simply paste it with Command-V. And for Windows users, by the way, that's the equivalent of Control-V. Anyway, I can go ahead and paste this with Command-V, or I can use Command-Option-V to move the item from the Documents folder to my Destination folder, which is, of course, the test folder here. But, say I wanted to go ahead and right now I'm just going to go ahead and paste this. So, to paste an item, like I stated earlier, I would be using Command-V. Sorry if that freaked you out, that the heater just kicked on. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit Command-V to paste.
Paste item.
You may or may not have heard that, but there's little sound effects that let you know that the file has indeed been moved. So, now if I arrow down...
Demonstration test file rich text document. Yesterday at...
And there it is. So... there you guys have it. Let me go ahead and close all these windows.
Close all. Macintosh HD volume. Menu.
And that just about does it for this demonstration. It's sort of the basics of... That's just sort of how I copy and move files with the VoiceOver screen reader. And if you like what you heard, please feel free to like and subscribe, because I post content like this every so often. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.